Hi everyone, this is Peter Renton. I am the publisher of the Social Lending Network, and today I'm going to be talking about Nickel Steamroller. NickelSteamroller.com, and it's spelled just the way it sounds, is a way for you to inquire into the loan history of Lending Club and soon to be Prosper. Prosper is not actually available as of the time of this recording. Today I'm just going to be focusing on Lending Club. But any investor who wants to inquire onto the loan history can use Nickel Steamroller as a way to look and see what loans have performed best in the past. You can filter the entire loan history down based on many different criteria, and we're going to be going through that in just a moment. We're starting here on the Nickel Steamroller homepage, where there's a bunch of different options. It's got some great charts here. You can actually analyze your own Lending Club portfolio, and where there's a return forecaster, which is what we're focusing on today. There's some daily performance statistics down here, which are also interesting. But as I said, today we are focusing on the return forecaster. And when we click on that, it brings us up this screen, which has a whole bunch of loan criteria down the left-hand side, and it actually scrolls all the way down. And then here there's a table that is separated out by loan grade, and you'll see you get ROI, there's default rate, the total number of dollars lent, interest paid, the actual amount of total dollars lost in default, the total amount gained, interest rate, and then there's a thing that a return to risk ratio, and then the total number of loans. And you can see it breaks it out with each loan grade as well as a grand total. And what we can do is now let's filter out these 63,000 loans that have been on the platform from day one, and let's look and see what has produced good returns in the past. And for anyone who reads my blog would know that I am a big fan of grades D, E, F, and G. So ignoring A, B, and C. And when we refresh, we click this button here to refresh the loan database here. We've gone from 6.96 up to 8.13. All it's done is just zero out the A's, B's, and C's, and it's left all these exactly the same. And we're down to 15,000 loans on the platform. So, and what I'm actually going to be doing here, if you go back to my blog post, how I'm investing in Lending Club in 2012, I wrote a number of the filters that I'm using. I'm actually going to set up one of the exact filters from that blog post, and there'll be a link to that in the notes section underneath this video. But what it is, I select the E, F, and G. I also like to actually eliminate the first couple of years of Lending Club's existence, because basically 2007 and 2008, those years are underwriting has changed quite a bit since then. I like to just eliminate those because I feel like from 2009, or really the end of 2008 onwards, underwriting has, while it's been tweaked here and there, it hasn't changed dramatically. So I like to just eliminate those two years, and then refresh. And now the next thing I like to do is loan purpose. And loan purpose, I like to just here eliminate I'm going to check them all and just eliminate the small business and vacations. Those are the two that I've seen historically don't perform that great, and I like to, this is my number one filter on Lending Club. I do eliminate them when I hit refresh. You can see as it goes away and thinks about that, we're up to 9.65% on estimated ROI based on just on the selections I've done so far. Now I'll come back down here and do a couple more. So you can see the table here just stays at the top of the screen. It doesn't actually disappear, which is quite handy. Now states, I like to choose all states except California. I found they haven't performed, although they actually have been getting a lot better. So I may be updating this at some point. So I include all states other than California and refresh that, and we're up to 9.91. And then one of my favorite filters is inquiries in the last 6 months. I'm going to take that down all the way. There's a slider here to just take that down to 0. So it's going to be, beginning at 0, ending at 0. Hit refresh there, and that will take it up all the way up to 11.38% estimated ROI. I mean, we're down substantially on the number of loans. We're at 4318. That's quite okay. So continuing on with this filter, I have a debt to income ratio limit of 23, and then I also have an open credit lines. I have 8 or more, so select that at 8, and then I come back down here, and there's one more. Actually, there's a couple more that I like to look at, but monthly income is a critical one, and I'm going to set that at 7,000. On the filter from that blog post, it was 7,500. There's really not much difference there as far as that goes. So the last one I do is the public records on file, which is the last one down here. I keep that at 0. And now I'm going to hit refresh on all of that, and you're going to see that's taken it up to 14.03%. That's why I like it. There's been 805 loans that have been issued. You are not going to see a huge number of loans come on the platform with this particular filter. It's really very narrow. There are loans that come on regularly. This is not the filter I recommend if you're trying to put a large chunk of money to work. This is a very targeted filter. So that's it. I'm done. That's the filter that I use for Lending Club, filter 1. And what you would like to do now, ideally, is to save this filter. If you scroll back up to the top, there is no option to save this filter. This is where I recommend you actually log in. And if you haven't created an account yet, I recommend you click sign up and put in your details here. It's all free, and this will allow you to actually save your searches. And I'm actually going to go across here to my other browser where I am logged in, and this is actually the filter that I just worked on here. We've got 6.96%, which is we've got all loans right now. If I just click on this, because I have saved it, and you're going to see it brings back up the filter, all the filtering I just created. So now I can do whatever I want. I can go and change this if I want to really just look at, say let's just look at the 36-month loans. Boom, I can refresh that, and it goes away and works out that. And you can see the ROI is down a little bit. Now I can go and save that. If I want to go and save that search, I can type LCRI4, which is what I call that search, 36 month. Boom, I save that search, and now that will be saved for me. And one of the cool things is when you go into your account settings here, you can see that there is a thing here to receive alerts, and set it to yes, and you are going to receive email alerts that alert you to the different when new loans come on the platform at Lending Club. It's a very useful, very useful tool. And you can go and look at your list of saved searches here, and it's basically, well, it's on the same screen. You can see the saved searches right here. You can delete or edit them from this screen here. So that is the core of Nickel Steamroller. There's a whole lot more that we can go through, but I just wanted to do this introductory video to show people that you can access the Lending Club loan history exactly the same way that LendStats used to be able to do it. You can do the same thing here with Nickel Steamroller. So thank you very much.